Okay, sorry guys, that wasn't a very good start to my video. But anyway, I'm Amber and I'm a third grade teacher just like you, and I'm one of the 6 admins of this amazing All About Third Grade group. And I've learned so much from all of the other amazing third grade teachers that are in this group because you guys are so willing to share and so positive. I so appreciate you. So if you don't know who I am, real quickly, my name is Amber and I am a teacher in Southern Illinois. I teach in a rural school, not the big city schools. I might see chickens and pigs on my way to school. But we'll all have the same deal. We're all teaching third grade and we basically all have about the same standards. So you can find me at Amber from TGIF on TPT, and my Facebook page is linked up above. So anyway, today's topic of, wait, what? I'm a third grade teacher, now what? Is multiplication and where to begin. Because I don't know about you guys, but for me, I can teach multiplication all day long, but it's kind of the where do I begin that's always the hard part. So I've taught for third grade for 7 years and I've taught for 17. So over these years, I've kind of figured out what works for me and take these ideas and make it work in your classroom. So where do I start with multiplication? It's not actually with multiplication at all. It's actually with addition. And today I'm just talking fact fluency. So if we're talking fact fluency, I'm not talking about adding in the hundreds and things like that. It's just memorizing those facts. And I'll explain to you why I start with addition. But 2 things I do to get them fluent, more fluent in their addition facts are an online math program and really hitting hard on those doubles facts. So here's why. Because multiplication is simply adding multiple times, right? So they have to really have a good solid understanding, even though they've already learned it in 1st and 2nd grade. But we're gonna review it right off the bat. Hey, Amanda. So anyway, my online math facts program that I use that's free, who doesn't like that, is Extra Math. Now, if you have a different math facts program that's online that you like to use, let us know about it. Sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm like accidentally clicking things. So, I was supposed to go on like 2 hours ago and everything's just gone wrong for me. So my online math facts program is Extra Math and it's free. If you use a different online math facts program, pop it down in the comments so everybody can check out those online math facts programs too. So I start with addition and I want to move them on hopefully quickly to subtraction, and then within a month or a month and a half on to multiplication on that online math facts program. So when I do it, I start everybody on addition and I start it on day 1 or day 2. And Extra Math is super easy. They have lots of great tutorials. And I also put a blog post in the comments where I tell more about Extra Math. So I start everybody on addition. Everybody gets 3 seconds to answer as many as they can. I go back and I check it within 1 week. And at the end of that 1 week, for my kids that are progressing pretty well, I just leave them where they're at. If they're not progressing well, I ask them if they want me to give them 6 seconds to answer the questions instead. And when you do that, it kind of starts the kids all over again, but they progress a lot quicker. So don't panic about that because I panicked at first. So when they're doing their addition facts, I'm hoping that, you know, most of them in a few weeks will master those. And I give them a little prize if they do. I give a little brag tag in my classroom because we do brag tags. And then I start them on subtraction. And within a month to a month and a half, I'm kind of hoping some of the kids have mastered those addition facts and stuff, but if they have not, I kind of move everybody on to multiplication. So just because, hey, we've got our addition and subtraction review in, let's move on. But that gives me time to set the groundwork for everything else that I need to do. So, teaching doubles addition facts. Why is it so important? It's so important because multiplication is simply repeated addition. So if they know 9 plus 9 is 18, they also know 9 times 2 is 18. So you can do flashcards or whatever. I mean, the kids are supposed to know the basis behind this, but doggone, I keep getting interrupted here and I didn't do my notifications and turn it off, sorry. So I use these math fact tents. The reason why is because it's one sheet of paper and there's 50 math problems on the page. And instead of having 50 flashcards for everybody, these make it super duper simple. There's nothing even on the back, so it's one-sided printing. So these math fact tents have the doubles addition facts on them, and you can also see they're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whenever the kids go and use these math fact tents with each other, they get 1 minute to do as many as possible. And so you can use a sand timer. I just personally put a 1 minute up on my smart board. You can do whatever you need to do 1 minute. And so with their partner, one kid is going to answer as many as possible. The other student is going to check their answers on the back. They just keep progressing until the 1 minute is up. If they miss something, then I tell them to say, hey, good try, or try again, or something like that. And if they can't get it within a few seconds, help them figure out the answer quickly so they can move on. But let's say Sally gets 9 of these right in 1 minute. Why is that okay if her partner George gets, 35 correct in 1 minute? Because they're not competing against each other. There's a little fact tracker sheet, and there's a freebie on up above that has this little fact tracker sheet and some of these little math fact tents for free for you to try out and see what they're all about. And anyway, on these, they write the date that they did it, and Sally will write 9, and then George will have his sheet, he'll write the date, and then he got 35. And we're going to do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next, and I even send these home as homework to do. It's 1 minute for their family to do at night. It's not that big of a deal. So now that Sally and George have done these every day, they are seeing that, hey, they are making progress. Maybe Sally isn't up to where George is at, but at least Sally sees that, hey, you know what, I'm making progress. And the next day I got 13 right, and the next day I got 15 right. The next day maybe I got, 12 right. I went back down. That's okay. You keep moving. But by the end of the week, maybe Sally's gone from 9 to 29. And so what a huge improvement that in 5 days, she's improved 20 more answers. So, and these are super easy because they slide their sheet in there. They take this in their homework folder and they have it every day. It's super simple. And I always have a couple extra on hand because, undoubtedly somebody will forget to bring it back from home if they do that. So why did I do addition right before? And I do that like the first week of school and maybe the first week and a half, depending on how my kids are getting it. Then I can move on to, guess what, times 2. So we're moving on to our times 2 math facts now. And when we move on to times 2, my kids are like, hey, they're starting to get it when I say 9 plus 9. How many times did you add that? And they're like, twice. And I'm like, that's right. You added it 2 times. That's what multiplication means. And so now they're like, okay, I'm like 9 plus 9 is 9 written 2 times. times. And so what is 9 plus 9? It's 18. And what is 9 times 2, or 9 added 2 times? It's 18. And they're starting to make that connection. And so we do these little math fact sheets with the answers on the back. And I'm setting up my procedures, which I can't remember who's going to talk about it next week, but somebody's going to talk about setting up procedures in your classroom. Everything is setting up procedures. So we do these math fact tints every single day. You don't have to do the tints. You can do flashcards every single day. But what I want you guys to do is I want you to have the kids track where they're going. Sally started at 9, she ended at 29. George started at 35, but maybe he got 55 right in 1 minute. And they're seeing their progress. So from there we go on and we do our times 5s and others, because my kids know how to skip count. Something else that I do a lot at the beginning of the year, and this is something that will help you if you do a lot of manipulatives. I have a basket with 4 cups in it. I got this basket from Dollar Tree. The 4 cups come from Dollar Tree too. These are from my school. I didn't buy them. They're those 2-sided counters. And I like them because they slide on their desk easily. Some people use those little mini erasers from Target. I don't like them as much because they don't slide easily into the cup off their desk. If you know what I'm talking about, when you're raking like the whole gob. If you don't have these kind of manipulatives, and God bless you, we don't have a lot of money, right? Go buy a bag of lima beans that are dried and put those in cups. So, you know, put like a half a bag of lima beans in here. And the reason why I use the cups is I'll go set this cup on somebody's desk because we've got like a whole scat of these in there. And another cup on another group and things like that. And I've got like usually 8 cups or whatever. And then, so what we do is, so when I'm teaching the times 5, because times 2, they kind of get those after doing the addition facts. Doubles addition facts, but times 5, then I'll have them set 5 counters out in a group, and I say I want 3 groups of 5 on your desk, and so they'll put 5 here, and 5 here. And so I'm like, what addition sentence does this represent? And it's 5 plus 5 plus 5. And then, you know, how many times are you adding 5? And they're like, 3 times. And I'm right. I'm like, that's right. It's 3 groups of 5, which is 3 times 5. And so just doing this repetitively over and over, and you know, you can make an amazing anchor chart and things like that, showing the different strategies. Of course, we use arrays and things like that, but that's the basis of where I get started. So there are lots of other multiplication strategies. I'm not going to go on right now. I just wanted to give you the premises for where I start. Start with addition first, and then you can move on to multiplication. So thanks for watching, and thanks for going through all my technical difficulties with me. Craziness tonight. Like, I'm usually pretty good at these videos, but tonight's just not my night. But tomorrow night, we're going to have Anna, that's also one of the admins of our group, from Hanging with Mrs. Halsey, and she's going to talk about classroom incentives and classroom economy. So hopefully you learned some things tonight, or got an idea of, hey, this is where I can begin. Go check out the blog post above. Check out those free fact fluency tints above that you can use in your classroom. There's one for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Also, this little fact tracker sheet is right there for free too, and that's amazing because it doesn't matter if you use the fact tints or if you use flashcards or whatever. You can help the kids track their growth. Rather than comparing against their partner, they're finally comparing against themselves and learning growth mindset, and that, you know what, I can get better, and I will. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon, and hopefully next time, less technical difficulties. See ya.